is in your future, or if you're thinking about flying solo on your next getaway, there are a few things you need to keep in mind.
Here to get us out of town, anywhere, anytime journeys, Brad Martin, per usual, joins us. Hi, Brad.
Hi, how you guys doing?
So what's the deal with solo traveling? I kind of say that in, it may sound negative, but I just did that this past year, traveled solo, and it was a lot of fun. Why are more people doing this?
Well, I think it's because, well, there's a lot more singles out there than we know. And we're talking with the solo travel, it can be anywhere from the 18-year-olds, the college students, all the way to seniors. And so actually the tour companies are starting to realize this. And they're, for example, even the river cruises. I had a call from Viking this week, and they have several solo travel for the summer that are available. And so you're going to see more and more single travelers options out there.
Wow.
Seems like everything's built for two, though, these days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like staterooms, for example, at a cruise, it's all based on two people.
Right.
I did notice, I went to Italy by myself, and I got a single room when I set up my hotel, thinking it was the typical single rooms here.
Not the case?
It is not the typical single room. It is literally a little tiny bed in a room slightly bigger than a closet.
That's why you needed Brad's services.
And it was fine. I mean, I was never there. It was a fine place to sleep. I just didn't know it till I showed up and went, wow, this is way smaller than I expected.
Well, is it safe to travel solo?
Yes, it is. But I want to go back to Italy. That's the #2 destination right now to go by yourself solo if you're not going on a tour company, a tour or a cruise.
Because of safety?
Just because it's a destination that a lot of people want to go to, and it is safe.
Which is fascinating. Because it's like the most romantic place on the planet. So it's a little weird being by yourself, I'm not going to lie. But it is beautiful, and I understand why lots of people would want to go. Just everybody's kissing.
Yeah.
Did you just take selfies with your gelato?
Yes, me and my frappuccinos and whatever else. I would probably not a frap, but
oh my goodness. So what do people need to keep in mind if they are, excuse me, planning a solo trip?
Well, one thing, to get your best, I'm going to go with the best value. Because right now, we get, as a travel agent, we get notices of solo travel, like a couple months ago, there was a tour company that offered solo travel. So I called the people who were interested in solo travel and said, hey, these destinations are available. Are you interested? That's what we do for all of our clients. If there's someplace that they're interested in, when that promotion comes out, Eric lets me know, and then we'll call them and say, hey, do you want to come in? We got maybe something that will work. And that's way, because they might be only 6 weeks that they'll have these for cruises, because everything's based on double occupancy, but they might have all of a sudden special out there.
Are there any surprising advantages that you can get by traveling as an individual in terms of either availability of things or prices or whatever that you wouldn't get if you're carting around an entire family, for example?
Well, an entire family gets to be a whole different ballgame. Right. Because then you got so many of the rooms are only available for 4 people, so you got a family of 5, so that's total. But with for Europe, it is because a lot of the rooms there are single rooms where they just have a twin bed and that's all that's in there.
Yes, there are. I found that out firsthand.
Yeah, and a double room in Europe can be just 2 twin beds and not a double bed as we're known. So yes, but
Beaver Cleaver style.
But yeah, there are like you said, everything is usually based for 2 people. But there are some cruise lines and all that are starting to build single cabins on especially the river cruises.
We have some travel advisories for U.S. travelers. We have a list here. #1, exercise normal precautions.
Right, and what that is, it just means it's safe to go, no questions asked. Now, before we get into this, I've been getting a lot of calls on this because it used to be up until about 2 years ago, there was only 3. There was normal, and it was known as green, yellow, and red.
It was like it was the stoplight, right?
Right.
It's like maybe not go, and then definitely don't go.
Right.
Okay.
They put this as #2 in there, which we'll talk to you about in just a minute, because #1 just means it's safe. I mean, it's no different.
Have a good time. Just be cautious.
You know, just use common sense.
Okay. And then #2 is exercise increased caution.
Right. 1 and 2 used to be together, like I was saying, but 2 means, okay, there could be like, you know, some petty crimes like robberies or this kind of stuff. So just be cautious of what you do. Most islands in the Caribbean, just to give you an example, are #2. And you've been seeing this. The reason I brought this up is it's been a lot in the news recently. Oh, these places, be cautious because there's problems. Well, there's really not. It's just the way it's always been.
Is 3 like change plans now kind of level, or?
Maybe that's 4.
That's 4.
Okay.
3 means be cautious. There could be a coup. There could be things happening in this destination. Be careful.
All right.
But number 4 is, yes, you want to change your plans. Venezuela right now is a level 4. But just to give you an example, don't always go by these ratings, because we know there was a terrorist attack in New Zealand last week, right? They are still, as of today, they are still a number 1. So, I mean, use this as a guide, but don't always go by it word for word. This is where your travel professional comes involved.
That's right, and it's Brad Martin with Anywhere, Anytime Journeys. There's a look at his website, where he can help you plan your next destination getaway.
Around
Thank you
here,
so much.
we're always a level 1.
That's right. Level 1 of fun.